Okay, you've got your ukulele, you've got your tuner, let's tune up. Quite honestly, I wish we could save this for down the road a little bit because it's so much more fun to be playing than to be tuning your instrument for the very first time, but we're just gonna do it and it'll be okay. So I've got my cheap but adorable little blue ukulele that I got from Amazon, available usually between around 20 and 30 bucks. And I also have my digital clip-on tuner, which is also available on Amazon, usually for around 10 bucks. And all you do is clip it on to the top of your instrument right up here. Now, I always tune my instrument in the same order. I go G, C, E, A. I always go around that way. And I would recommend you go in the same order every time too. You don't have to do my order, but just going in the same sequence every time will help you be hearing the notes more accurately, I think. Now, if you bought one of these adorable little guys from the internet, they usually sound something like this when you get them out of the box. The strings have been loosened quite a bit, very stretchy, and they don't even register as a note hardly. So I'm going to turn on my tuner and go one string at a time. One reason why I love these clip-on tuners is because they register the vibration produced by a string to reflect what note is being played. Now, what I love about that is that you can have lots of noise happening around you and you will still get an accurate tuning. If you're using a smartphone app or some other method, you generally need everything else to be quiet to tune your instrument, and that's typically not practical, especially if you're a parent of little kids, for example. So I've got my tuner on, and now let's give it a go. Let's do the G string. Not sounding so pretty, right? So I am going to twist this peg, and hopefully you can see what direction I'm twisting. And because it is so low, we're playing, the note's playing like way down here, we want to bring it up to G. Now it was registering as A sharp now, B, C, and I just keep twisting. C sharp, and it's just showing the notes in the chromatic scale. So D, gotta keep cranking. I'm gonna crank it a few times just so you can hear. Now we're up to E. Don't be afraid of your tuning pegs. A lot of beginners are afraid to really twist, but if your instrument sounded anything like mine did, you are going to be doing a lot of twisting the first few times you're tuning up. So now I'm registering as a D sharp, E, F, F, F sharp, so we're getting closer to G. As I play the G string, you can see I'm in the red zone, but I'm seeing a G there. Now you can see I've twisted too far, so it goes red to green and then to like a yellow color. Now if you've gone into the yellow zone, that means you're sharp and you need to bring it down. Sharp is high, flat is low. We want to get it right in the middle where it's green. Now if you bought one of these sort of lower end ukuleles, you should be warned that they require either some good stretching of the strings or a few hours of playing to really break them in so that they will hold their tuning a little bit better. So you may find that you'll get your string tuned up, like here we're in the green, and then it will quickly fall out of tuning again. But right now we are registering the G right there in the middle. Okay, so now we can move on to the next string. Let's go to C. Ooh, that's not pretty. So it's registering as a B, and then the next note would come is C, but that C is still an octave too low. So we need to go from B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then up to a higher C. So make sure you're twisting the appropriate tuning peg. So now we're on the next string. We're going up to this tuning peg up here. And I'm going to play the string with one hand and twist the peg with the other. And I'm really cranking it a bunch of times because I know we need to bring it way up. So now I've gone up to G, then G sharp, and now A sharp, B, we're getting a little closer now. It's displaying a C, but we're still in the red zone. So I'm going to twist it more. and I've twisted a little too far, so you see I'm in that yellow zone, but pretty close. So I'm going to twist it back the other way to lower it. And there we have it for now. Again, this is one of those cheap ukuleles, so by the time I've tuned up all 4 strings, I will probably have to go back and tune up the strings one more time. But let's move on. We're going to do the E string. So now we're going over to this peg. And now the thing to know is when you're doing these pegs, you're twisting in the opposite direction that you did for these. So now it's registering as an A sharp, B, C, C sharp, still C sharp, D, getting closer now. After D comes D sharp, still D sharp. Now we're getting closer to E, and I'm very close now. Let's see, did we get it? Oh, it's falling flat already. So you'll see. And if you have a cheap ukulele, you will be experiencing the same thing, possibly even more dramatically, because I have played this one a little bit. Did we get it? We got it for now. Let's move on to the A string, this peg right over here. Just play the A string by itself and then twist. Remember to twist the same way you were twisting for your E string. It's saying A, but again, we're still an octave too low. We've got to bring it up through all those notes again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G to a higher A. Twist, twist, twist. Twist, play it again. D sharp, E, not too far away now, F, F sharp, G, getting very close now, but still a lot of twisting. So I'm pretty close to the A note, so I'm not going to be twisting this as aggressively as I was before. Just give it little gentle refinements. Did we get it? We did it? So now let's go back and check those strings again. Okay, so if you see our G string is already fallen into the red zone, which means it's too flat or too low. So I'm going to twist it up just a little bit more so we get it in tune. And then my C string has gone all the way down to B. So let's twist that peg again. And did we get it? And my E string has fallen all the way down to D sharp. Brought it back to E. And my A string isn't sounding too bad, but it did fall flat. Now, if you are playing one of these lower end ukuleles, be prepared to tune up your instrument quite regularly, especially those first few hours of playing. You just want to get in the habit of hearing an in-tune ukulele as much as you can. So the good news is that you will quickly become very well acquainted with your tuner, the notes that you are tuning your strings to, G, C, E, A, and it will make it all so much easier in the end. Happy strumming.